So if I use my thumb, there we go, my index, my middle, ring, and little finger. And if I let go, look at this happy man. But how did he get here? How did he build this? Let's take it back. I love robotic hand. I've been a fan of Ultron from Avengers and anything robotic related, humanoid related. And so I wanted to take on this project of making a robotic hand myself and having some sort of control over it. And yeah, you can watch this video. It's just a journey of how I came up with this. And yeah, have fun.
So I broke it down into three major phases. The first one was ideation and research. The second one was CAD design and testing. And the third one was iteration and assembly. And so through these three methodologies and three steps, I more so assembled and created the robotic hand. And I kind of had to use a combination of an Arduino as well as a Raspberry Pi to eventually cohesively make this entire humanoid hand, where the Arduino is connected to an external 5-volt supply and is powering the motors, the 5 motors, as well as the breadboard from where the motors are being connected to. And the Raspberry Pi is also directly connected by a USB to the Arduino to send the code that I've written for the motors to recognize my fingers. And there was some GitHub data that I was able to find online for hand recognition, which I was able to copy and paste, and it worked just fine. And yeah, that's more so how the process worked. And you'll now be able to see, I'll be showing some videos and some clips of the SolidWorks process and the assembly process that I was doing. After multiple failed attempts, got this one. Turns out I can't really have the Arduino curl it in with the thread because it kind of flops both ways. So I kind of redid this a backstop now, so it doesn't kind of turn all the way back. And yeah, let's test it out. I'm gonna turn it to 0 and let's see it work. Let's see it work. And it's broken. Be back. Okay, we're back. Just the wire came off. Alright, so let me type in 0. There we go. If I go back to 180. Yo, it's working. Hey, bro. But the 4 fingers, just missing the pinky now. After lots of iterating, it's not the coolest looking palm, but it's modular, it works. Got a bunch of fingers here, and now I'm gonna start working on the circuitry. Probably just gonna replicate this exact circuit for 4 more motors. I've been at this for about a week now. Let me go over my progress. But we got the wiring ready. We got the hand with all the motors. I blew that motor because I switched the polarity. We don't talk about that. I'll get into it later. But we've got the 5-volt supply coming in through there, and I've wired them in series. We got all the grounds coming in from the black. The ground is also connected to the Arduino, so they're both grounded together with the power supply. And so we got all the grounded ones from the motor on the black line, and then we've got all the power on the positive, which is coming from the 5 volts of the Arduino from the laptop, and the 5 volts from the external power supply. And they've all been wired through the red power line to the motors, and we've got the yellow wires, which are the signals that are coming out of the motor into the digital signals in the Arduino, and they're all coded to the program. And let's see this in action. Take number 3000. Let's try it now. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna have code that's gonna sweep each one of these motors. Ignore that. And it's gonna sweep them from 180 to 0, so it'll curl it all the way, and then back from 0 to 180, so it'll curl backwards.
and it's just gonna do one loop, and yeah, let's see how it goes. Okay, starting now. Hey, it worked! Now, how do I take this to the next level? I gotta bring a Raspberry Pi. I'm thinking I make like a housing for the Pi camera so it detects one of my fingers, and just attach one of those fingers to each of the 5 motors. Can't be that hard, right? It was, in fact, very hard. So right now, my hardest problem is trying to figure out how to use the camera module to detect my hands. I was able to find some code from some repository where there's finger tracking already. I just have to write down some code and connect them to the Arduino digital pins. So yeah, it's just been a bit of a pain trying to figure out which camera to use. I've tried USB cameras, but they just don't seem to integrate well with Raspberry Pi. So I've just ordered like a new Pi camera 2, which is supposed to integrate directly to the Raspberry Pi, and hopefully it works. So yeah. I finally got the hand set up, got the code ready. 3 weeks of testing has led to this moment. Let's see if this works. Gonna go into VNC. I've already set up the code, so let's have it run. Got the camera set up over there. It would, if I use my thumb, there we go. My index, my middle, ring, and little finger. And if I let go, more or less works. There's some mechanical issues because of the slack on the strings, but yeah, I think they're kind of following the hand. So if I put them back to a fist, yeah, that middle finger is a bit of an issue, but.
So I'm happy with my progress and I'm happy with what I've achieved, but I think there's a lot of improvements I can make. One of the biggest ones I could think of was probably bringing the motors down to the wrist, so maybe make an extension from the wrist to the forearm, so have all the motors in the forearm. That way it could provide for, because the forearm is much thicker and it would look less awkward, whereas right now the palm is pretty thick and it doesn't allow for it to mirror reality where the thickness of the palm is quite thin. I would also like to add more actuators, more motors, to give it a more realistic feel, and probably extend this to potentially a whole humanoid. I'll see where this goes, and thanks for watching. I'll catch you in my next project.